partnership, the result is harmony, respect, love, an explosion of creativity and joy, unless the partner is there to do nothing, at which point you might be doomed. Welcome back to the Moosh journey. If you've missed any of the episodes or want to be notified about the new episodes, the link to it will be in the description below. Having a partner is essential to a business because when you're completely losing your mind, your partner can carry you over long enough so you can gather yourself together, so then you can carry your partner long enough when he or she starts losing his or her mind. If you're alone, I guess Headspace, the meditation app, is your rock. So there I was, I had my idea and I was shocked that I didn't come up with it sooner. And like everyone else, I was afraid of my own idea, kind of paralyzed. I was thinking, well, do I have enough energy? Am I smart enough? Do I know enough? All of these questions are going in my head, and one of the nights I was just so sick and tired of feeling this way, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna jump up and draw out my idea. So I drew my sock and it looked something like this. So pretty much soon after, I wasn't paralyzed by my idea anymore, but at this point I was just frustrated that I have zero talent as an artist. After some solution searching, I thought, hold on a second, for the last 8 years, I had so many of my viewers that are sending in so much artwork. I just have to go through it and kind of like shut in the dark and see maybe one of them can execute my vision. And the first person that came to mind was Maddie. She was 16 years old at that time, lived in Canada, and every time I looked at her artwork, I just felt so cozy and happy inside, and she had perfect attention to detail. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, I have this crazy idea. I want to design socks with ears. And she came back with a design that was very similar that looked like my dog, Roxy. So I went back and I said, you know, for my first 3 designs, I really don't want people to know or recognize what kind of animal that is. Maybe we can do a hybrid of 2 or 3 animals. I really wanted for people to look at the design and say, oh, look at this cute puppy socks. And then they would say, wait, no, maybe it's a bunny? So that's why the first 3 original designs, Spanky, Fred, and Lily, they are a hybrid of a couple of different animals and you really can't place who they are. And I think that's what makes them really special. Okay, so now I had my design, thank God. And the constant thought that I had in my head at that time was this: I have no idea what I'm doing. If you're feeling the same, it's okay. It's normal. Just have fun, commit, and fail forward. So the next thought was, how do I actually make this product? A couple of weeks later, I ran into a guy that I knew and he said, I would love to be your partner. I have experience in clothing business. I have lots of manufacturing connections. And if we do get into a partnership, it would look something like this. We would split the business 50-50. You'll focus on designing and marketing, and I'll focus on manufacturing and financing everything needed for the business. Now, important thing to remember, anytime you have to split anything 50-50 is a terrible idea, unless you came up with an idea at the same time. But overall, the partnership sounded like a good idea because I didn't know what I was doing, I didn't know how to manufacture, and I definitely didn't have the money to start the business. So we both got really excited. We set on the idea of being partners for a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks later, the terms have changed. Now we're splitting the business 50-50. I will still focus on designing and marketing, and my partner will focus on manufacturing, and now both of us will invest the money into the company to get it going. And then 10% of revenue will go to a website developer until he makes $100,000. Screw my idea. I'd rather learn how to make websites and make 100 grand a pop. And then I found out that our website developer would actually not be the guy who will make the website look pretty and make sure it does all the cool things. He's just gonna be the guy who is making sure that the website doesn't crash. Crash? Okay. When you start an e-commerce business, the hardest part when you're not spending any money on marketing is to get people to come to the website. We'll be so lucky if 10 people a day come to the website. Crash? And listen, I'm trying to sell socks with ears. I don't even know if 1 pair will be sold, and I have to pay 100 grand to a website guy. I was very upset about the website guy. And as a startup, you need so much capital to get your business going and make sure that you survive the first 2 to 5 years. Look, I used to build personal websites on iWeb, and I would put a buy button next to it. Surely 10 years later, we have a better solution for e-commerce. So I shared my story with my friend who's a makeup artist from Canada. Her name is Iman, and she said, girl, I have an e-commerce business and I paid $30 a month. So that night I went home and I learned everything I needed to know about Shopify. So the next couple of weeks were tough. Anytime you build a partnership with somebody, the most important thing is trust and respect. Something just didn't feel right. So the night before I had to sign the contract, I got together with my potential partner and I said, on the first day of launching, what are you gonna do to create sales? And his answer was, Olga, you have to think about a bigger picture. And I said, well, what is the bigger picture? And he's like, imagine your product is in every single store in Target. And I got excited. I was like, oh my gosh, you have connections to Target? Once we manufacture the product, we can go to Target? And he said, no, I don't, but we'll hire a sales rep. And I said, well, how much would that cost? And he said, 15% of sales. Okay, so there's no guarantee that we will even get into Target because we don't have connections. So what are you gonna do on the first day of launching so we can create sales? And he said, like I said, it's the bigger picture. So all I really heard that evening is that I would personally have to create as much success as possible around my brand before the bigger picture was a reality. And remember, I don't know what I'm doing. I knew my product was unique and I knew it's gonna be well made, but I really had no idea if there's any market for it yet. And just like that, I was at square one, realizing that I have loads of sleepless nights ahead of me as I try to figure out every single aspect of my business, step by step. So the lesson that I've learned from this was, mistakes are great because you learn from them, but sometimes you have to listen to your gut because you don't want to make that mistake that you can't recover from. So oftentimes you find yourself at square one, and it's not because the universe is telling you, oh, this is your sign, slow down, don't do it, just stop, don't move forward. It's the universe is telling you that you're not ready for that next step. Just slow down, get comfortable, get more knowledge, and then move on to the next step. So at that time, I definitely was not ready for a partnership. I had no idea what my business would look like, and I really didn't know what I was looking for in the partner. Now that I've done it for a while, I can say with confidence that in partnership, your partner have to have an amazing strength where you are incredibly weak, and that makes a great partnership. So the next time I want to talk about how you can build a website without spending $100,000, how to find manufacturers, and how to really embrace your mistakes. And if you have any questions right now, you can find me on Twitter at Olga K. And today I want to give a shout out to another amazing member of our Moosh Journey project, and it's Heidi Allen from South Carolina. If you want to check out more of Heidi's work, I'll post the link in the description below. And if you want to learn more about Moosh Journey project, where we team up with global photographers to capture moosh walks around the world, you can visit mooshwalks.com. And thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time. Moosh. Bye.